Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Tonal Master Tuesdays. In today's video, instead of showing you some stuff on the unit, I wanted to address some common questions I've been getting on both my live streams and via my DMs. The common question I've been getting is, do you recommend the Tonal Master Pro for me? Are you still using the Tonal Master Pro? Do you still enjoy it? So, taking a lot of those questions, I figured what I would do is just talk about the pros and cons of the unit as of November 19, 2024. So if you're watching this in the future, hopefully, if Fender's got enough time underneath their belt, maybe some of these concerns will be fixed or addressed. So I'm going to break this down into basically 3 pros and 3 cons that I think will help judge if you should get it or not, or if this is the unit for you, or maybe you'll be like, yes, these are exactly how I feel about the Tonal Master Pro. So the biggest pro is the ease of use. This thing is super easy to use. So if you're someone who maybe you're older and you're not the most comfortable using computers, or you just don't want to be bothered with learning a unique interface that might be challenging, this thing is super easy. You see it, you can drag and drop it, you can use your mouse and keyboard. They really thought about the user experience and how to make this the easiest modeler to use. So if that is a hurdle you're scared of getting over, the Tonal Master Pro is probably the best option for you. The second pro that I would say that Fender excels at is it does vintage tones really, really well. So if you're someone who is like for me, for example, I used to only gig a 65 Deluxe with an analog pedal board, and my pedal board wasn't anything too crazy. It just had the basics. I come from a country and professional theater background, so my needs for that, while in the theater world was vast, it still wasn't as crazy as what some guys will use in the digital space. So for me, coming into the digital space, the Tonal Master Pro was kind of like my gateway into this world, if that makes sense. So if you're a fan of tube gear, and you don't need a lot of crazy boutique amps, or you're not really running a lot of high gain, the Fender Tonal Master Pro is an excellent choice, and in my opinion does some of the best replications of Fender amps. And that's my third thing, is like, if you are a fan of Fender amps, the Fender Tonal Master Pro is like the best modeler. And I say that as someone who owns an FM9, an Axe-FX3, and a bunch of digital amps via VSTs for studio use. I still think that the Tonal Master Pro nails Fender amps the best, and you would hope they would, right? It's got Fender's name on it. So if you're a fan of Fender amps and you want to get like your analog rig digitally, this is a great modeler. And the amps on here, it'll handle pedals really, really well. So if you're just like, man, I just want, maybe like you're considering getting a fly rig, I just don't think you're going to beat this if Fender is your main amps. Now let's talk about some of the cons for the Tonal Master Pro. For me, I don't think this is the best option if you're into like modern guitar tones. And when I say modern, like if you are like a big metalhead or like a math rock fan, or if you're listening to music where guitar is the main voice, the Tonal Master Pro will do it. It just has to work a lot harder than the tones I get out of like my fractal stuff. And I still think, in my opinion, I think fractal is kind of king in this space. It's just the learning curve to get into this is very vast, and because fractal is like literally having analog gear in a digital format, in the case of like you can literally change the tubes, the preamps, it can be really overwhelming. So but the trade-off is that if you're into bands, like for me, I'm a big math rock fan. I listen to a lot of Chon, Plenty, Intervals. These are the people who are really inspire me to write and to become better at guitar. So I just love the flexibility that the Axe-FX provides, and I don't get that same thing on the Tonal Master Pro. Now, the second big con for me when it comes to the Tonal Master Pro is reverb. I think the reverb section just kind of sucks. I'm just going to be blunt. I thought it was good until I started messing around with the FM9, and then it made me realize, like, that's really the biggest thing, in my opinion, that's lacking on the Tonal Master Pro as of 2024, I think that Fender's got a long way to go if they're going to want to compete with the other guys in this space. But that's also because, and my third point kind of wraps into this, is that the Tonal Master Pro just doesn't have the development time that its competitors has. It's unfair to say like the FM9 is just trumps the Tonal Master Pro. I would hope it would. That whole technology rig has like 10 to 15 years of development behind it, whereas the Tonal Master Pro, I think I've read that it's like 3 years before it came into production, and now we just broke a year since it's been released to consumers. And Fender has been pretty good about maintaining a 6-month update, but if you're someone who's expecting to get a competitor to like an Axe-FX3 or an FM9, because I know the FM9 is kind of hard to get, this isn't it. it'll get you by for like 90%. If you're like a local cover band and you just want to get in digital space, the Toolmaster Pro will handle everything you need. Trust me, it will. It'll probably sound better than what you use right now, unless if you've already spent over $2,000 in gear. Yeah, that's kind of just my ins and outs in a nutshell. Like, if you just want something that sounds just as good as your tube gear and you don't want to spend a lot of time tweaking it, the Toolmaster Pro. If you know, and I gotta be real with you, it's way more fun for me to build a rig on the Toolmaster Pro than it is on the Axe FX, and I'll just say Fractal from here on out, because the Toolmaster Pro, you just see it, man. And it's so much easier, in my opinion, to make adjustments, because it's like, oh, I know this gear. I know this analog gear. On the Fractal space, I have to work a little bit harder to build rigs, but it comes in due time. I would like to try the Quad Cortex. It's just my channel's not big enough to justify buying all 3 modelers. Maybe in this upcoming gig, put some money towards it, but I really enjoy their plugins. So I can't speak from them, because that's another question I've been getting lately, is how does it compare to the Quad Cortex? And to be frank with you, I don't know. I don't own a Quad Cortex, but I can tell you this. The stuff that the Toolmaster Pro does model, it models really, really well. And it's going to do, like, if you're a cover band guy, or if you're not writing crazy math rock or doing crazy special effects with your guitar rig, it'll do everything you need. But yeah, I hope this video helps. I'm not going to drag this out because I just don't think it's worth it. But you know, the TLDR is that if you just want something to replicate and have like a really solid fly rig that has a ton of in-out capabilities, yeah, man, you're not going to beat this. And especially if you're like a singer-songwriter, like, this is your unit, because the ability to have a mic and to run your own signal chain and get consistent results without having to go to a mixer, that's very valuable for singer-songwriters. That's not something you're going to get with any other modeler, except maybe the Quad Cortex, but again, I don't know. I don't have it. But what I do know is that it handles it really well in the Toolmaster Pro. And the form factor, I really like the form factor of the Toolmaster Pro. It fits in my backpack easily. Like, I don't have the carrying gig thing, and I don't think you need it, because this thing is built like a tank. It fits my backpack great, and I'm in and out of gigs really quick. It's also stupid light, you know? So you just got to consider all these things. I would just say that for 90% of guitar players out there, if you're thinking about getting this thing, and you're worried that it's not going to be up to par, like, this may not be the best place to park my money, the best place to put your money is in lessons. That's always going to be the best bang for your buck. But if you're looking at the Toolmaster Pro, I don't think you're going to regret it, to be perfectly honest. It's worthy of studio time. It's worthy to play out in public. It's a great device. And I mean, don't take it just from me. There are guys who are way better than me who play this thing. Like, Joe Satriani used it recently. I saw that a couple of months ago. Yeah, man, I hope this helps. As always, if you ever have questions about this technology or this gear, leave it in the comment section, and I'll make sure to get back to you as soon as I can. If you're interested in doing one-on-one lessons where I teach you how to program this thing, or if you want to learn how to get better at music production in general, please consider reaching out to me. All of my bio links are below. You can even book a call with me if you want to do like a free discovery call to see what this is all about and how I can help you. All that's below. But the most important thing is, like, if you're getting into this gear, just have fun with it, man. Stop watching these YouTube videos of these comparisons. I understand you're trying to be an educated consumer, but if you're like me, this is probably like the 5th or 6th video you've seen on this unit. And I would just say, if you're already watching this unit videos and it's already looking attractive to you, I think it's a solid investment. As long as Jason is still the head of development at Fender, I think we're in good hands. If Fender fires him, then maybe we should think about, you know, trying something else out. But for me, I don't see my Toolmaster Pro going away. I don't see my FM9 replacing it. I think they're 2 different things, if that makes sense. Like, I already have my Toolmaster Pro programmed for this local cover band that I'm playing in, and I've got my FM9 kind of set up for my individual artistry math rock thing. So again, they're just kind of 2 hats, if that makes sense. You got to have the right tool for the job, and the Fender Toolmaster Pro is the right tool for 99% of the work I've been getting as a paid musician. And with that, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for the questions. Keep them coming in. Leave comments about things that you're interested in me covering. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.